Hi everyone, Gabby Rivera with Albuquerque Youth Rugby, bringing you the fourth and final week of the AYRU Shutdown Skills Challenge. Thank you for everyone who's participated the whole time and who's just jumping in this week. We really love seeing your videos and we look forward to seeing even more of them. Keep submitting right through to next week, March 13th, when we'll announce the small prizes for this week and the large prizes for the overall challenge. So this week we're going to be talking about kicking, all types of kicking. It's going to be a really fun one, and you're going to have a chance to show off some trick shots if you have any in your pocket. So we hope you enjoy this week. I think this one will be really fun, and we look forward to seeing your videos. Thank you. First of all, why would you kick in rugby? Well, you can't pass forward, but you can kick forward, so it's a great tool. You can use it offensively to score points or to create an aggressive attack, and it can also be used as a defensive tool to clear space and relieve pressure. And there's a lot of types of kicks in rugby that serve a lot of different purposes, so we're going to go through them with some clips from professional rugby. First, there's a really versatile one, the punt or the clearing kick, and this is for creating space, gaining territory, and relieving pressure. In this clip, after a penalty, they're using the kick to gain territory, and they do retain possession. And in this clip, they're using it to relieve pressure and create some space. Next is the drop kick for kickoff, scoring conversions, and for drop goals. So here is a kickoff. You'll see sometimes they kick it really high to try to regain possession, as they did here. This is a conversion using a drop goal, and that gives you 2 points after the try. And this is a drop goal, which you can do in live play and gets your team 3 points. Next is the grubber, which is an offensive kick that you can use to get behind defense, and you can use it to pass forward to your teammates. Here's a little grubber, and you can see on the bounce he regained possession and scored. Next is a chip kick, which is another offensive tool you can kick over the defense to yourself or a teammate. And here she's going to chip over the defense, regather it herself, and gain a lot of territory. Next is box kick, which is usually at a ruck or set piece. It's a high offensive kick, usually by the scrum half. So here he's going to take it from the ruck, kick it high, and his teammates are going to try to regain possession. There's also the place kick, and this is used for kicking conversions in 15s, and it relies on a tee. And since not everyone has a tee, we're not going to deal with that much today, but here's what it looks like.
Well, that's a much better strike.
So because some people know kicking really well, and some people have never tried it at all, regardless of age, we're going to do something a bit different this week. If you're 5 to 8, you have your own skill set, go ahead to your section. But if you're 9 or older, then we're all going to do the same progression, get as far as you get in the progressions towards live play kicking. So if you're 5 to 8 years old, here's your skill for this week. The main one is that you're going to do a kick and chase. So all you're going to do is drop the ball onto your foot, kick it forward, chase it, and pick it up. Bonus skills, what you're going to do is kick under and over an object, and then we're going to put together a lot of things we've learned. You're going to throw out the ball and catch it, run straight, run around a defender, kick and chase, pick the ball up, and then fall and place in the way we taught you. So here's that main skill. You're just going to kick it off your foot, pick it up off the ground, and run. Or if you kick it and you pick it up off the bounce, that's even better. For the bonus skills, we want you to try kicking under an object, here's a chair, or over an object. So try both out. And for your other bonus skill, here's what you're going to do. Throw it up high, run around a defender, kick it, chase it, pick it up, and fall and place. So if you're 9 or older, like I mentioned, we're going to do some progressions. So we're going to start with the basics, go really technical with how you use your foot, how you hit the ball, and then we're going to progress up to live play. So even if you're really good at kicking already, try to start with basics just as a warm-up and then progress up. And wherever you land this week, if you can only get through progression level 1 or 2 or whatever, then go ahead and stop there. Wherever you need to be this week, that's where you should stay. So if you're absolutely new to kicking, here's where you start. We're going to go over the foundations of the kick. Starts with a good drop, and you have to think about your foot flexion and the timing of contact with the ball. So we're always thinking about that good drop. But what I really want you to pay attention to here is the foot flexion. So this is for a high ball. You want your foot fully flexed up, and this is how you're going to get that height on the ball rather than distance. So this is for maybe a box kick or for a high kickoff, anything where you want your team to have time to go regain possession. And then if I have my foot straight down, then that will result in a ball that goes out rather than up. So this is when you're going for distance rather than height. So you're trying to gain some territory or relieve pressure, and you want the ball to go as far as possible. And then this is specifically for a grubber. So for a grubber, you're trying to hit the ball straight down into the ground pretty much. So you want your foot fully flexed out, and you want to also catch the ball as it's falling. You want to catch the top of the ball and focus on kicking it down. Okay, so for progression level 1, we're going to try out each kick. You're going to kick it up to yourself, work on some short range targets, and partner work. So first, go ahead and try out each kick. I'm not going to show a lot of these. I was in my backyard. I hope you can go to a park and try each one out. But I did a grubber. Here's something like a clearing kick or a punt. And then this last one's going to be a box kick, focusing on height. And you can rewind to where I showed the clips to see the kicks in action again. So next you'll try just kicking it up to yourself. Kicking takes both power and control, so first we're going to work on that control. So kick it up to yourself, don't let it go all over the place, make sure you can catch it easily. And then you can progress to walking and kicking, you can try to use both legs, and you can get a little creative with it, working on height and accuracy. Next you can grab a partner. If you don't have a partner, then short range targets will also work. But just start kicking back and forth, and again working that control. And you can start also playing with the height and the depth of the ball. You can play around with that foot flexion, see if you can get it really high, and then see if you can get it to be more of a line drive kick like I'm doing here, and play around with the timing of that contact and foot flexion. And then you can also do it with drop kicks, and here it's really key to work on the timing of the bounce and contact. Then you can start with your partner to work on some of those live play scenarios. So you can start with them walking towards you or even just standing there, and start thinking about those kicks in the context you would use them in a game. Then for progression level 2, you can start to get really picky about the timing of your grubber bounce, the height and accuracy of your kicks. You can do some long range targets or longer range partner work, and most importantly, some live play simulations. So for timing that grubber bounce, here's what I like to do. You can stand a few feet away from a wall and try to bounce it directly into the ground, have it bounce up, hit the wall, and come back to you. And this actually gives you better feedback than, say, if you were to do it with a partner. If you do this right, then it'll come back to you. If you do it wrong, like I'm about to do, then it won't bounce up at the right time and it won't come back to you. And next, I want you to think of some live play scenarios that you can do. So here's some ideas. You can chip kick over a partner that's running at you and regather it yourself. You can do the same with a grubber. Here I'm kicking between two defenders, which is realistic for a grubber that shares a defender, and regathering it myself. You can also have a partner on offense instead and work on doing that kind of pass, a chip over, or a grubber to your partner, and have them regather it, work on the timing so that they're running onto it and not having to slow down or change course. And this is really your show now. So if you have multiple people that you can have as partners, so have someone on offense, someone on defense, think of some scenarios and execute them. And the last thing, if you get to it, is to just show us your best kick. Show a trick shot, hitting some crazy target, whatever you want. Show us something fun and go crazy. Here's my measly last minute contribution. I'm just going to grab her into this box. And you can do something more exciting than that. We want to thank you one more time. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for supporting AYRU. We know it's been a really tough year, but we hope you had fun with this. I know we did. And we'll see you on the pitch really soon. Thank you.